Hey Scale Squad, I got another deck review for you guys. Alright, so very first card we have is a Sandile. And its first attack is Gnaw, does 20 damage, and Crunch does 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Got Krokorok. It's got Crunch, does 20. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And Darkness Fang does 60. And we got a shiny Crocodile with False Accusation, does 20 damage. 20 plus damage, sorry. This attack does 20 more damage for each card in your opponent's hand. And Obsidian Fang, it does 120. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, got a Larvitar with Reckless Charge, does 20. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. We have a Pupitar, which does Thrash, does 20 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. And a shiny Tyranitar with the ability Raging Roar. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may attach one dark energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. And it's got Dark Mountain, does 150. Discard 2 cards from your deck. This attack does 50 more damage for each supporter card discarded in this way. And an Inkay with Upside Down Evolution ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is confused, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. This counts as evolving this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. And its attack is Confusion Wave. Both active Pokemon are now confused. And Malmar with Mental Trash. Your opponent flips 4 coins. For each tails, he or she discards a card from his or her hand. And Distortion Beam. It does 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. So either way, something's happening to your opponent's Pokemon. Alright. Now, we got a Yveltal with Oblivion Wing. It does 30. Attach a Dark Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. And Darkness Blade. It does 100 damage. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. Okay. And got this Yveltal with Air Crash, does 50 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And it's got Wings of Destruction. It does 80 plus damage. If your opponent has a Xerneas, including Xerneas EX, in play, this attack does 40 more damage. And you got Eevee with the ability Energy Evolution. When you attach a basic energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon that is the same type of energy that you put onto this Pokemon. This counts as evolving this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterwards. It's got one attack it does Gnaw for 10. Umbreon, my favorite Umbreon card. With Mach Claw, it does 30 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. And Lunatic Sense does 60 plus damage. Turn one of your face down prize cards face up. If that prize card is a Pokemon, this card does 60 more damage. That prize card remains face up for the rest of the game. Okay. Another Eevee Energy Evolution ability, which you put a basic energy on it. It evolves into an evolution of the energy that you put on, and it's got an attack that does 10. Another Umbreon with Mach Claw, 30 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. And Lunatic Sense does 60 plus damage. Turn one of your face down prize cards face up. If that prize card is a Pokemon, this attack does 60 more damage. That prize card remains face up for the rest of the game. Now we got Zora. With Whiny Voice, choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and then shuffles it into his or her deck. And then Dark Edge, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon, and it does 30 damage. You got Zoroark. With Nasty Plot, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. It's got Foul Play. Choose one of the defending Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Got another Zora. With Scratch for 10 and Nasty Plot, search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Another Zoroark with ability Stand In. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. And then it's got the attack Mind Jack. It does 10 plus damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Got another Zora, but it's a shiny. With the move Stampede, it does 10, and Ram does 20. And I got a Zoroark GX. With the ability Trade, once during your turn before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. And Righteous Beating, it does 20 times. This attack does 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in play. And then its GX is Trickster. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Alright, I got another Zora. Does Scratch for 10 and Nasty Plot. Search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. And a Zoroark GX. Different card art, same Pokemon, same attacks. It's got Trade. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. And Righteous Beating does 20 times. This attack does 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in play. And Trickster, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. And a Zoroark Break. With the break cards, you put it onto the regular type Pokemon. Like say you have a Zoroark out, what you would do is you would place him on top like this. So you'd still have all your moves from the previous guy, plus the additional move that this card comes with. So, just in case some people didn't know, I figured I would let you guys know how the break cards work. Okay, and its move is Foul Play. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Okay. Now, we have Hoopa with the ability Scoundrel Guard. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's GX or EX Pokemon. And its move is Super Cybolt for 80. And then a Darkrai. Look at that. With Dark Cutter, it does 30. And Abyssal Sleep does 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Your opponent flips 2 coins instead of 1 between turns. If either one of them is tails, that Pokemon is still asleep. Okay, that's all the Pokemon. So, now we're moving on to the trainers. We have Hex Maniac. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand, and each player's discard pile has no abilities. This includes cards that come into play on that turn. Okay, you got Max Potion. Heal all damage from one of your Pokemon. If you do, discard all energy cards attached to that Pokemon. Got Healing Scarf. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to the Pokemon that this card is attached to, heal 20 damage to it from it. Got Team Rocket's Handiwork. Flip 2 coins. For each heads, discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. We have an Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play this card. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Battle Compressor. Team Flare Gear. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and discard them. Shuffle your deck afterward. Got Greedy Dice. You can play this card only if you took it as a face-down prize card. Before you put it into your hand, flip a coin. If heads, take 1 more prize card. Got Sparkling Robe, which is a Pokemon tool. With Pokemon tools, you can only attach 1 to a Pokemon. The Pokemon that this card is attached to can't be affected by any special conditions. Remove special conditions affecting that Pokemon. We have Ace Trainer. You can't play this card if you have more prize cards left than your opponent. Each player shuffles his or her hand into their deck, then draw 6 cards. Your opponent draws 3. Got Nest Ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it into your bench. Then shuffle your deck. With the items cards, you can play as many item cards on your turn as you want. Supporter cards, you can only play 1. Now we have Stadium cards. With this one, if you have this one facing you, your Steel type gain 10 additional defense. If you play on this side, which is the side I played on, your Dark Pokemon gain 10 attack. Your active Pokemon gain 10 attack. Then you have Fisherman, reverse shiny shiny. Put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. We have Pokemon Center Lady, heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. We have Great Ball. Look at top 7 cards in your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. We got Lucky Helmet. Whenever the Pokemon that this card is attached to is your active Pokemon is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if that Pokemon is knocked out, draw 2 cards. And then all of my energies. So guys, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm always looking for ideas on how to improve my decks, and I always love hearing your guys' opinions. So feel free to comment on my videos and let me know what you liked or you didn't like, and will get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. So until next time, Scale Squad, be strong and love Pokemon.